What is going on, everybody? Still trying to figure this out. Royal City, what's up? Aside from looking over here, I'm trying to figure something out on YouTube. I'm trying to get like the comments to, the chat comments to be on here, but they're not showing. All right, wait a couple minutes, or maybe a minute or two. Yeah, it's not going to show. Yeah, YouTube is like super complicated. It won't show. Anyway. Hey, I buy and sell phones, so I'm in Canada. Yeah, it works in Canada for sure. Okay, hold on. I'm getting messages like crazy. All right. But you guys can hear me good. I don't want to like start and then you guys can't even hear me. Or I'm like lagging. Congrats on 2K. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. It feels pretty good. Took a while, but hey, it feels like I accomplished something. I can hear you. We got a couple more people in here. It says 8. Who's all in here? Let me know who's all in here. Your friend from Saudi Arabia? Wow. Didn't expect that. Nice. Alright, let's wait like 30 more seconds. Well, yeah, where is everybody from that's watching right now? That's kind of crazy. Saudi Arabia, that's crazy. Where's everybody from? Let's see. Ohio. Chicago. Oh, Benjamin's watching. What's up, Benjamin? Did you buy an iPhone X yet? Yeah, I'm actually, after this stream, I'm going to buy a X. This guy called me right before I started the stream, and I wish I could have recorded it, but he had an iPhone X and a 6S Plus, both for Verizon, and he was trying to get. I gave him a quote like 2 weeks ago, and he was still hoping that quote was on the table, but it wasn't, because phones lose value pretty quick, especially iPhones. So I'm just gonna give him $700 for the X. I know I can sell it for at least $900. So, anyways, yeah, I didn't get to record it. All right, so yeah, for this particular stream, I just kind of wanted to do a Q&A, like a Q&A type video. I haven't did a YouTube live stream in a while. I've been doing a lot of the live streams that I do are for Facebook. I just do it because it's easier. As far as streaming on YouTube, it's hard. I try to use like the softwares and stuff on my computer. It's not the best. I still have the computer I first bought when I started school, and I haven't upgraded yet, so it's pretty slow computer. I love when the people who ignore your quote 2 months ago didn't expect the same price. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he wanted the same price, and I told him, I said, hey, things drop in value, and on top of that, the iPhone X is not what it used to be as far as the demand. You know, people are still buying them, obviously, but you guys don't know. You know, the X didn't do as well as Apple, you know, expected it to do, and so I mean, I'm still buying them. I still have, you know, if I can come across some brand new ones, I'll buy them because my buyer will buy them for me. So I mean that's usually how it works as far as iPhone X. I'm usually just getting the brand new ones. People buy two and then sell one, and then, you know, that's how they do it. Are you going to meet him where he bought the phone? As far as, well, I'm going to meet him at Starbucks. So Starbucks is my number one. That's my number one spot to meet. Starbucks. They have Wi-Fi. If you like Starbucks, they got, you know, food, coffee, and it's just a good place. If you notice, if you go to Starbucks, you're going to see a lot of people doing business in Starbucks. The one I go to, you know, there's always like you know, around like noon, there's always a big, Starbucks has a big table, you know, in the middle. There's always everybody just sitting there from a company, and they're out there doing like a business meeting in Starbucks. So that's why I meet at Starbucks. It's comfortable for people to meet, and they have free Wi-Fi. So the screens for the X's are crazy expensive. Really? Where are you buying them from? I don't remember I don't remember the X's being that expensive. I don't repair, so I don't deal with screens like that. But I haven't heard that. Let me look. Let me check. I'm checking right now to see how much sell them for, or buy them for. Excuse me. All right, Apple X. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't even do repair. I don't even look at screen prices, man. Yeah, yeah, you're right though. I mean, I see one that's super expensive. Wow, I haven't got a cracked one yet, so um, you know, I haven't gotten the chance to look at what they're going for on eBay. The cracked ones, if they cost that much, they're probably not going for that much. All right, we're 8 minutes in. Let's get this live Q&A going. I try to do live at the right time, but I'm not getting good with the times. Maybe I should do them a little later so people can get on here more. There's probably some people still at work. Yeah, so you guys can ask me questions if you want. I'll answer some questions really quick. I'm supposed to meet this guy at 4, and it's 3:36 where I'm at. So just let me know. I used to do repairs, but now I have a guy locally who fixes them and only takes off $5 more than the price of the screen. That's a good deal. I actually tried to get one of my buddies who fixes them to work with me, but you know, he just didn't work out. You know, some people who you find that, you know, even if they're your friends or whatever the case may be, you're gonna notice that if you're somebody like me who likes to work, who likes to get things done, then you're gonna come across people who like to, you know, put things off, or they have excuses for not finishing stuff, and that's not how I am. I'll stay up until, you know, 4 in the morning to get things done. So didn't work out. Has Offer been taking out any of your ads lately, or is it just me? I think it's just you, man. I've you know, every once in a while they'll say, "Hey, we remove your post because it's not following the rules." Yeah, but you know, I've learned, you know, how to word it. I've learned what pictures to use, what pictures not to use, and the time of day has a lot to do with that as well. the time of day and the activity that your activity on that app. So some people will post an ad, and the next hour post another ad, and the next hour post another ad on the same platform. And then they say, well, why did I get blocked, or why did I not, why are my ads not sticking? And that's because these apps are picking up your activity. Why is this person posting three, 4, 5 ads a day? You post one and then you can wait. You have to wait. But some people are back to back with it, and then they wonder why they got blocked, or why OfferUp banned them. So for me, if I get blocked, or if one of my posts gets removed, I don't try to post right then and again, because you just your account basically just got like a strike, pretty much. You don't want to get 2 back-to-back strikes, and then the OfferUp team goes into your account and sees, oh, this person's only posting ads. We're gonna block his account. So it's about how you word it, for sure. Digital gaming, what's up? The guy was calling me. I don't know why he's calling me. I told him I can meet him at 4, and he's calling me. Anyways, yeah. Any more questions, guys? I want this to be a good stream, man. I don't want you guys, just staring at me. All right, let's see what we got here. What do people do with locked phones? By locked, do you mean iCloud locked? If iCloud locked, people use them for parts. Some people do know how to remove iCloud. It's crazy expensive, but some people know how to get around it. But mainly just for parts. Some people will just get iCloud parts. iCloud phones for the parts. So they'll take the screen off, other little small things on the phone to add to a clean phone. So it's used just for parts. If you're talking about iCloud locked. If you're talking about bad ESN phones, some people know how to just unlock them to use for a different carrier, or unlock them to use them outside of the country. There's a lot of different things you can go and do to just either still be able to use the phone, or have some benefit. So a lot of people go on eBay just to find those type of phones. Had a blacklisted iPhone 6, loads of views and offers, taken down by eBay, then relisted. 3 weeks, not sold yet. If your item is not sold in 3 weeks, then it's overpriced. It's either overpriced, or your listing is bad. Your pictures are bad. But most of the time, you can get away with decent pictures. But if that price is high, then nobody's gonna touch it. Your price is probably too high, GTA. Do you ever message people who didn't show up at a meetup so that you can meet them at a later date? No, actually, happened last week. I was gonna buy an iPhone 8 for T-Mobile from a guy, and he agreed to my price. I said, hey, I'm probably going to be at the Starbucks in 20 minutes. He says, me too. So I get there, and let him know that I was there. Didn't get a response. Messaged him again after about 10 minutes. Say, hey, I'm here, man. Where you at? Didn't get a response. And then finally, on my way out, I waited about 30 minutes. On my way out, he messaged me and said, hey, I couldn't meet. I can meet you later on today, and I just told him, what, don't worry about it. I don't want my time wasted anymore, because I don't know, some people don't respect your time, and I don't have time to be like playing tag back and forth as far as let's meet here. No, I can't meet. If he wanted the money, then he could have showed up. Have you ever tried selling internationally on eBay? I used to do I think it's called the Global Shipping Program on eBay. This is when it first came out. Actually, I haven't did it in like years, but there's a thing where you can market to those who are international, and all you have to do is send it to a shipping forwarder, and once this forwarder gets it, they ship it to the country. I didn't do it for long because I had a lot of issues. People were buying my phones and telling me, this and that, or no, it was just a bunch of crap. Should I just start with one phone or buy a few at a time? If you're just starting, start with one phone. Start one at a time. Learn about the phone when you get it. Um, Play with it before you buy it. Do all kind of things you need to do to inspect the phone and stuff. But don't buy a bunch of phones at one time, especially if you're new to the game. And that's just because you don't want to make a bunch of mistakes. Your first buy is gonna always be exciting, and sometimes you don't think straight. Some people don't think straight, and they'll do things like not check something. And if you do that with 5 different phones, you're gonna lose money. And yeah, just one at a time for now. If I was you. Do you ever buy bad ESN phones? If so, how do you clear or fix it, or do you just sell? For the most part, I buy and sell as is. Um, for me, I'm more of a I like to flip it. That's why I'm called Smooth Flipper. That's why the name is the name. Because I don't like to hold inventory for long. I don't want to. I don't. If it's good to have 100 phones on you, and it looks great, but if you're not selling them, there's no point. So I don't like my money tied up. I like to buy them, list them on eBay, and send them off the next day if they sell. But yeah, I do know how to clean IMEIs and unlock them and stuff like that. I brought a phone, iCloud locked. How much in UK money could I flip it? I wouldn't know. I'd have to look at the UK market to see what they're going for. But I don't even buy iCloud. Don't buy iCloud if I was you. Um, yeah, but to find out what a phone is worth, you have to look at the sold listings, and you do that before you buy, before you make that offer. See what they're selling for. Take out all your expenses, and then what you're left with is what you're going to pocket. So make that offer after you do that. My first flip, I didn't inspect the phone at all. I must have got lucky. Yeah, you definitely got lucky because I've came across a lot of phones, a lot of people who say, yeah, the phone's reset, um, and their iCloud's account still on it, or they'll say, well, I forgot my iCloud or something like that. They'll just show you the screen. Oh, look, it works, but there's an iCloud account attached to it. The speaker doesn't work. All these different things. So you want to inspect at all times. I'm new to selling phones. I post a bunch of ads and I do get calls, but it's mostly for broken or locked, and they usually want too much. Is this a common thing? Congrats on 2K. Yes, it's very common. A lot of people don't understand how a lot of people don't study the market like we do. So a lot of people think, well, I bought this iPhone 6 for $300 2 years ago. And then when you ask them how much they want for it, they'll say, well, like I said, I bought it for $300 2 years ago. I'll take $240, which is not realistic at all. You're gonna come across a lot of people who think that way, but every message that I get, I don't make the deal. because people are like that. Some people don't understand that you're offering a service for cash, and if they want, their price for it, they're gonna have to list it themselves and then sell it to somebody who's in need of a phone, not someone who's gonna buy your phone to resell it. So a lot of people don't think that way. You can't get discouraged by those kind of people, or by you not getting enough leads, or by you not getting the phones you want. And that happens. There's times where I don't even buy a phone that day. But I'm not discouraged about that. Have you ever considered trying to flip other things such as cars? Yeah, I'm actually looking into flipping cars. I have to figure out a lot of things. I gotta find a mechanic. I'm not really handy with cars like that. So, but I have been looking into it for sure. Do you close most of your leads, or do you have a high volume of leads but close a few? I mean, let's say like this: out of ten calls, or 10 messages, I'd say I can close 3 or 4 out of 10. And anybody who knows how this works. I mean, it's not because the offer was bad, or whatever. Because sometimes I'll offer a little bit more to profit less, and get more phones out of it, which is also a good tip. But there's people who just don't understand how things work, and they want too much for their phone. I can't really do anything about somebody who wants too much for their phone. But when it comes down to negotiating and stuff like that, I can get people to go down to my price with certain words that I say, or things like that. So, this business is not about closing a bunch of deals. You're gonna get 60 leads a day. If you close 4 or 5 of them, you picked up 5 phones in a day and averaged $80 profit. You just made $400 in one day. So, a lot of people who do close a lot of deals, they don't. They say, "Hey, I'll close 15 deals a day." That's good, but I'll guarantee you they're not making that much. They're probably making just as much as you're making, because their profit margins aren't as high. They're just trying to close deals, but their profit margins aren't that high. So I made 6K in 3 weeks from watching 2 of your vids. You're the GOAT. Nice. That's crazy. I wish I could hit 2K, but anyways, it's all about you. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a good feeling, guys. It's to like, if you think about it, if you just sit back and think about it, and you're like, man, 2,000 people like my videos, are wanting to are waiting for the next upload, things like that. If you think about it like that, it's crazy. And it took me a while to get 2,000. For sure, it took me a while to get 2,000, but I know after I hit like 3,000, it's gonna go up pretty fast, because YouTube's gonna start pushing my video out more once they see I'm uploading a lot more. But anyway, come on, more questions. Last one quick. This guy keep messaging me, and I might have to get off soon, but let me answer like 2 more questions, because he called me twice already during the live stream, so I'm sure he needs money. Let's get 2 more questions in. Let's see. Can you make a video on how to clean bad IMEI ESN, or can I email you about it? Well, as far as the advanced type videos, there's a section in my course that I do for the advanced stuff. So that's something I couldn't. My dog's always barking. There's something that I can't get into, because it's just not fair for those who pay for it. dog's always barking. Let's get one more question. Do you sell mostly locally or eBay? I do a lot of both. Here's a tip for you guys. And last tip before I get off. There's obviously more than one platform you can sell on. And this dog is getting on my nerves. If you want to sell on eBay, you make the offer. If they don't accept it, then you run the numbers for local. Because eBay takes that fee, and that fee can be used to add to your offer. So if that fee is $35, you add $35 to that offer. To then hopefully they can convert. Hopefully you can get them to say yeah. So that's what I would do. If I'm getting a used Clean ESN phone that I'm going to sell on eBay, I will offer the eBay price. If they don't say yeah, then I'll offer the local price. And that's kind of like my last resort. But if I can make $50 locally, then I'm going to do it. It's not always about the big, $100 profit on eBay, which sounds good, but at the same time, you want to be able to buy phones and have that cash flow moving. If you can sell 10 phones a week on eBay and sell 10 phones a week on locally, like on Facebook Marketplace, then that's good. But that's a tip you guys can use if you're not converting because of those eBay fees. I do that with a lot of high price phones, 300, 400 plus phones. I like to do that trick because it works. And that fee for a $600 phone is expensive. You can use that for your offer to still make the same amount of money. Do you think this can get too competitive if you expose the market too much? Like, how many people would get into this if you had 50 to 100,000 subs one day? It won't get saturated. I know that for a fact because you gotta realize, phones. There's more phones than there are people, right? And everybody's getting upgrades, and not everybody works the same schedule. So. Not everybody works the same schedule. So what I mean by that is, if you're someone who has the morning to buy phones, you can get phones in the morning from people who are replying to your ads. That same person who flips in your area can only pick up phones from 6 to 8. All these different things that could happen with the market. It's not going to make it saturated because not everybody's working on the same schedule. Not the same people aren't going to be replying to your ads. It's just a bunch of different factors that you can work with. And so it won't get saturated. Just like Benjamin said, only the motivated people will succeed. So people who are consistent. I got people in my area who I know, are in some of the other Facebook groups that who are flipping phones in my area. They're not doing nearly as good as I am because they're not consistent. And they'll post one ad a week. There's one guy who's pretty consistent, but he'll post 3 ads in one day, and then I won't see any of his ads for a week. So you got to be consistent about it. You can't slack. You can't say I'm gonna post 2 ads here, then 3 days later post 3 more ads. You get to post every single day, and I make it a point to post every single day. What app does the best for you when selling locally? I think Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is pretty good. It all depends on the area though. So so for me, if I'm in San Diego, I'll be in San Diego March 26th to April 9th. So if you're in San Diego or near San Diego, message me on Facebook or something. Maybe we can chat or something like that. But anyway, when I get to San Diego, OfferUp will be bread and butter. You know, as far as, you know, I can buy a phone offer up $50 less than what, you know, they're worth. Buy it and, you know, sell it same day on offer up for the regular price. Just because offer up and San Diego is packed. It's like marketplace. It's like marketplace times two, pretty much. There's a phone being sold on marketplace in San Diego every minute. So different areas. It all depends on your area. So. But anyway, I'm gonna have to close this one out. This guy keeps sending messages. I don't know if you guys can hear the vibration, but I gotta pick up this X, and I'm pretty sure he's in need of cash because he was desperate when I talked to him. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.